goblin. So we're starting off combat, are we? Roll initiative.
I have stolen the spell.
It's alright. I think it's just Mage Hand, which I don't have. I think I should just learn Mage Hand.
It's a sign. Hello everybody, this is Grimcad, and we are here with some Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. We are running through the Tomb of Annihilation. This is like our 6th episode, so I don't think we need the... Hey, my name is so-and-so.
Yeah.
Either you're watching us or you're not watching us. In either way, it's okay. So I think I'm just gonna hand it on over to Gypsy.
Hello. Yeah, well, we'll just basically pick up right where we left off. You guys have been escorted to a Bateri camp where we have noticed that it seems to be built on some kind of slingshot makeshift trebuchet tied to a tree.
I'd like to think that
you can only imagine what might happen to it and what it might be used for. But what were you saying?
Nothing. I was just making a dumb joke.
Hey, dumb jokes can be good. But yes, the big smart, as he called himself, goblin, has led you to a small encampment. It's probably mid-afternoon, bordering on evening time by this point, as you're escorted into the camp, and you can see, I mean, not that you have any gauge for sizes of tribes or communities of goblins in this area or anything like that, but it seems to be quite a sizable camp. Almost countless. It'd seem countless amounts of goblins running around the camp and doing what they do. If you spent the better part of a minute, you could probably deign to count them, but they're all crisscrossing and running around and very, I guess, goblin-like in how they're acting. It's hard to get a lock onto one and keep track of them in amongst the crowds and the trees and bushes surrounding the camp.
So what
but
you're
led...
saying,
yes?
Let me interrupt you real quick for the real on this
yeah.
is that the number of tokens on here is not necessarily representative of the number of goblins here.
Yes. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I didn't want to completely cover the map.
Yeah.
But you were led into what looks like the mainstay part of the village where their living tents are set up, and you're led to the front of, or I guess the center of the ring of tents, and brought in front of a slightly larger, not necessarily nicer looking or better for wear one, but it seems larger more by force. Its hides are stretched to their limit, and there's extra sticks woven in to keep it taut and struck out in places.
Like well built or like fat?
It's still well built, but it seems to have been basically made out of kit set tents, each of them possibly stolen from other adventurers or found or bought or bartered. But this one seems to have been, I guess, made to its capacity. It's been forced to be bigger than the others beyond what should probably be its means. It's still well together and standing upright properly and everything, but yeah. It's just a bigger tent.
Okay.
Do people go stand in front of?
I mean, I presume that's where we were led to. So, I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
definitely. Like, I wouldn't go wandering off, but if that's where I'm being
Yeah, I
led,
don't want to.
But I know
feel
I know
comfortable
we've got
wandering
a
off in a
sneaky
couple
boy who
things
might
like
try
this.
and split off.
There is no bangs.
There is no being. Okay. Need to pull up her thing again. But as you are gathered and left waiting, not a long time, probably only half a minute, but with the constant leering of the masked goblins from around you, it feels a lot longer, and you feel a little uneasy almost. But yeah, that's an easier way to pull it up. After about half a minute to a minute, a large female goblin walks out of the tent in front of you, and another one comes in from the side and lays a large log on the ground upright, which the large goblin moves and kind of perches on. And she looks at you and says, "Me Grabstep, you in our lands? Why here?"
Well, thank you for meeting us, Grubsan. We were hoping to pass through. We were staying towards the edge because we wanted permission from your great tribe.
Edge? You're miles in.
I'm sorry, that's mostly our mistake then.
Wow. What have? We're going. Where from?
Well, we're from the great city, we believe, to the north. I actually don't remember my compass rose.
Yes.
We're adventurers. We're exploring, honestly. We don't have really a destination. We were trying to cross the river to look for a place to cross the river. We have a pack animal with us, and we didn't feel confident in having it attempt to cross the river. We were looking for a place where it was thinner, and so we followed it down to the south.
Most travel on river. Most tall ones travel on rivers.
We may be a little bit foolish then.
Not so foolish. I mean, river bad, river fast move and have big fish. We stay to ground.
Then maybe we weren't so foolish after all.
Well, you're still alive so far.
Hopefully for a long time to come.
We see about that, yes?
Yes, we see.
Do you do you have, where going? Are you any what's tall word? And the big smart walks up next to her and whispers something in her ear, and she says, Desty, where Desty?
She might be saying destination.
We didn't really have a destination. We were heading towards the mountain, really.
Just exploring.
Mountain? What mountain? What's mountain?
What was that mountain called? Out of character, what was that mountain called again?
I have no idea what it's called.
That was the one.
Can we, like, even see the mountains from where we are?
No.
No.
Even if there weren't a massive wall of trees
Yeah.
basically surrounding you at all
Oh,
times.
fair enough,
You're
yeah.
still quite a distance.
The sort of
it.
humongous rocks, and I put my hands way above my head.
Big Rock. I know where Big Rock is. I think I know where Big Rock is.
You do?
Yes. To the.
And she's kind of looking around, looking for a direction, and you kind of get the feeling she's about to pick one at random, and sure enough, she just points off into a random direction and says,
Big Rock that way.
Oh yes. I'm sure you know a lot of things around here. What? Do you know what else is around here?
Can I insight that?
yeah. I mean,
Like you look over around the room and you see nothing different.
I think I
You-
can
no,
see it from here.
yeah,
Definitely.
you believe her
It's definitely over there.
wholeheartedly that there is a big rock in that direction.
Such a great spy.
We only come here newly. We still learning ley land. My scouts, they still out. But we can take cross to river, but you do something for me, maybe.
I think we could probably do something for you. What would you like us to do?
Me want me have God what's the word? Idol? No. Shaped rock.
Statue.
Yes. We have God statue on far of river. Me want something from it.
You want something from the statue, not the statue itself?
Maybe.
She seems unsure of what she's asking herself almost.
Is the a character like is it Big Brain? The interpreter, is it? The smarter.
No, she's Big Smart is next to her. He seems to be almost like a second in command or right hand man or something like that. But she is speaking to you herself. She also knows Common.
Oh, okay.
But you're starting to get the feeling that some words she may not know or know properly yet, which is why she kind of has the other common speaker with her.
I don't know. Would she take offense if I had asked her second in command what she's trying to translate?
I don't know. Ask him. That's your choice. Find out.
Then, no, I don't know. I don't want to offend her in case that.
You can always try.
Some things better just left unsaid, eh? Yeah. We'll just leave it at that.
What is it that you would like from the statue?
Something to remember. We have to leave where we from, so we can't take God with us. We leave quickly. Big Raw come.
A big roar?
Yes.
Big animal, teeth, claws.
Bigger than you.
And she would point to whoever would be the biggest in the group, because I mean all of you tower over the goblins,
Right.
but if there's any of you that are particularly bigger, she's pointing and meaning bigger than you guys.
big as the trees?
We not stick around to see which big raw it is, but big raw, yes. Everything shake.
And you want us to try to take this idol and bring it here, this statue?
Yes, or remembrance, something to we take with us to keep God with us.
Can any of us make a new statue by any chance?
No. I certainly can't. Is this a big statue?
Bigger than you, but not big.
I'd have to ask everyone else. Can you give us a minute?
Yes, you don't leave the area.
Understood.
And she kind of gets down off of her log and says something big smart, and then toddles back into her tent. And Big Smart looks at you and says,
Well, you stay around for now, but you look around. Have a look.
Before you leave, Big Smarts, do you mind if I have a quick word with you?
Me not leave. Me here, so you talk if you need.
Yeah, so it's really hard to kind of understand what your queen was talking about. Do you want to just give us a little bit more information about what needs to be done? You seem like you understand a lot more than what we do.
Well, she just want you to find God and bring him to us, and we help you get to across water.
So this god, is it alive or is it a statue?
Big rock, big shape rock.
Okay. So I turn back to the team. What are we doing here, gentlemen?
Well, and I want to say this, so obviously I'm keeping low so the goblin can't hear us as well, and we're trying to step back, so I'm doing my best, to keep it private and not to be heard.
Yeah. Give me sleight of hand or deception. Your choice.
Sleight of hand it is.
Alright.
Just gonna shoot the toilet real quick.
So there's 2 or 3 options the way I see it, and they're not necessarily good ones. Number 1, we attempt to fight every goblin in here, and we probably get brutally murdered. Number 2, we accept their help, we head across the river, and we try to steal this thing. It sounds like some sort of dinosaur or some gigantic beast or something scared them away. It not large enough to scare away an entire tribe of goblins. And I guess the 3rd episode is say we're doing it, but when we get far enough, we go off on our own. Now, me being the way I am, I'm partial to number 2. I mean, I don't think we have too much to lose by getting on these Batiri's good side. In fact, I think we have a fair amount to gain by doing so.
chirp, chirp.
And then I do a little dance.
I'm pretty sure he was talking to you guys in character just then.
Well, I think Greg did have to go real quick, right as I started. So
Yeah.
There is that. Rolling. All right then.
Yeah, well, where'd Fraser go?
I don't know. Unless he just dropped out or something. Beats me.
I was about to ask who to roll and steal from, but
No.
no, he's not even here to steal. So
Oh gosh. But either way, like I said, I see there's 3 options, and I'm just gonna do it out of character. We can try to fight everybody, probably lose horribly. I guess there's 4 options. We can try to run away from everybody, and that may work, but probably not. Or we can do this thing, like get this idol and try to bring it back. Or we can say we're getting the idol, get led towards the thing, and then just leave on. I mean, there's something there that they're terrified that, a whole tribe of goblins ran away from. So it's likely some sort of dinosaur or something. Now, I'm partial towards actually doing the thing, and then, because I think that puts us in the tribe's good graces, which is probably a better place to be than not to be. Who knows? I mean...
we have very few allies out here.
Yeah. And, if nothing else, at least there's something out here that we can maybe return to if we get, our shit kicked in.
That was well put, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
I can hear you. Yeah. Could you hear us?
I heard your 3 options, but then after that,
yeah, I basically just set them over again. Yeah, but I guess there is option number 4, which is just booking it right now and trying to run. But I'm not really partial to that one either.
I kind of like option 2 because I reckon if we say we're going to do it, but then don't, they'll be following us, and they were really hard to see last time you were there.
Yeah. Like, they're definitely stealthy, goblins, and I don't know how far they chase us, but I know probably about how far we can run. So, my vote's for doing it, and doing it proper.
I'll motion that vote.
Yeah, I like that.
All right. Well, back in character. I think we've come to a conclusion then, but it seems like she wants to give us a little bit more time to look over the village, so I think we should take her up on that offer and just see what's going on, honestly. I mean, I don't know about you all again, but I find it quite fascinating.
I want to know how they managed to land with all the gear still intact, or does all the gear get broken up as they've been slammed into the ground? This intrigues me.
So, I would wander around with the village and see what's going on, what they're doing for food. I'd also want to take a look at how, they're equipped and all that as well. Whether they have stores of weapons or anything like that. Not super intrusive or anything like that, but...
Yeah. From most of what you can see, it's primitive stone weaponry and sharpened sticks and stuff like that. A lot of spears and easy to use weapons. You might see 1 or 2 short swords or scimitars, but you wouldn't see a lot of like actual metalwork weapons, and any that you do see would definitely have seen better days. They'd be rusted or chipped.
If I had to wager a guess, was this something that, they killed some other adventurers for in Gotten, or came across them somehow? Yeah.
You don't see any means or ways of metallurgy in amongst this tribe.
Okay.
You do down here see a cage with a slumped figure in it. I say slumped figure, it's more of looks like a bundle of rags. And besides that, yeah, there's some of these ones over here are fishing, others are caring for the children that are running around. They're all doing different goblin things, I guess. These 3 mounds here that I don't know if you guys remember, but looked like, and I think was discovered to be some form of ant mound or something. If someone took an insight last time, I can't remember. But having an actual chance to watch the village for a couple of minutes, you can see that they are indeed some form of large ant hive or ant nest, or I forget the word for them. But there are goblins seeming to tend to the ants, almost.
I'd ask
almost
whether
like you would with your bees, Grum. Sorry, my dog's eating
no
herself.
I'd ask whether they found the ants or they're tending them. They brought them here.
We work with them. They look after us. We look after them.
I understand completely.
Miners.
Do they dig like tunnels for you?
No, we miners. We we look after them and harvest them.
I see. It's very clever.
And kind of looks happy at that and says,
Oh, yes, me not big smart that think of it, but it our tribe. We biting ants. We learn from them. We take from them.
Yes. This may be a bit rude, but what do you call your tribe?
We biting ants.
Is that fighting or biting?
biting, and he kind of gnashes his teeth.
I see.
Under his
Yes.
Biting ants.
I think Queen want you stay night. It getting late and she not like us out too late. Only certain us is allowed out late. Only big strongs.
I understand that, but we did. We left a fair amount of our equipment and supplies back, our tents even.
I say your stuff be okay, did I not?
You did.
And he looks pretty confident in that fact.
All right. We also think we have our answer. Would your queen or chiefess want to hear it now or tomorrow?
We go talk to her. Come.
Kind of leads you back to the tent and steps in for a couple of minutes, leaving you guys mulling around. And does anyone use that couple of minutes?
Not really.
Again, more talking to the sneaky boy who might actually want to do stuff.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I think he's gone.
I was thinking about going and joining them. I was thinking about joining them fishing, but I don't think there'd actually be enough time to do that.
I mean,
It takes a while.
the big smart has seemed to have been more talking directly with Riod, who has seemed to have been more of the, I guess, chieftain figure in his eyes. So you would probably be free to, like, he wouldn't have expected you to come over and talk to Grabstave again. You guys have been more or less left to your quote-unquote own devices.
Yeah, I'd probably just go fishing with them.
You fishing? What about you then, Greg?
Hey, sorry, I was a bit distracted with Sun at the moment. What was the options?
It's just, are you doing anything in particular around the village?
No, just probably post up underneath a nice tree and just
Alright.
wait around.
If
Well,
you're
after
looking for something, and by all means, maybe you could look into seeing what they have as some sort of religion, whether they have any casters or anything like shamans or whatnot, and try to sort of find out unobtrusively.
Yeah. But for the moment, after a few minutes, Big Smart walks back out of the tent and says,
Queen wants you stay here. Your stuff be okay. We have dinner late, and then you rest here. We have no tent, but it's not meant to rain. It might though.
All right, I think we can all agree to that.
and then he gives a curt nod and then walks back into the tent, leaving you fully to your own devices.
Okay.
All right. Well, that was a good point. Should really inquire about their religion after a good night's sleep.
Good night. But if no one else has anything planned to do, you spend the next couple of hours doing various whatever you woods around the camp, assuming it's nothing that would cause distress to the goblins or anything like that. I don't think we'll need to roll for it, but a couple of hours pass by, in which time a few more small pairs and smaller groups of goblins come and go from the camp, and one group seems to be cooking and cooking a quite sizable feast, actually, by the looks of it, which gets served up a couple of hours later, and at which point the queen walks out to the center area where they've kind of just piled the various cuts of meat and berries and everything and fruits and roots on the ground in the middle of the canopies. I'm waiting for your typing to come through.
Sorry, well, I'm gonna. If we're silent, I can just ask now.
You can
How are the Tabaxi taking all of this? I mean,
they've kind of not to say uneasy or anything, but they're always casting glances around and keeping an eye on their backs and everything. They don't. Unless you directly address them, they kind of keep to themselves and keep out of the sight of goblins as much as possible. They're obviously still visible, still around. I should actually drag them onto the map somewhere.
mm-hmm. They're all there. They're just far to the side.
Oh yes, okay. But yes, they are taking it okay, but they're obviously uneasy. If you wish to talk to them, you can.
Yeah, I mean, I would at least talk to them some in order to obviously fill them in on what's going on, and hopefully, like, if they don't really look like they're like about to panic or anything, you know.
No, they're not panicking or anything like that. They're keeping their wits about them.
Sure.
I mean, you know, they can see that it's a non-hostile situation, but at the same time, they understand that they're dealing with goblins who are temperamental at the best of times.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I would fill them in on the plans and all that.
Yeah, they agree with it and are fine with it. And
Well, if it gets us across the river, that's fine by me. I don't exactly relish swimming.
Neither do I.
but yes, go.
No, I was just gonna. I was gonna say back to the feast. You know, I would pull cues from everybody else. I wouldn't dig in first or anything like that unless somebody told me.
Well, it seems like very much get in while there's food there. It's almost like quite a sizable pile builds up before figures start moving in to grab food. But at that point, it's basically a free for all. It's almost like people are waiting for their favorite thing to be put out and then darting in to quickly grab that before it gets snapped up by someone else.
Okay.
Such like that. But the only difference with that is whenever Grabstab moves forward to pick something up, everyone kind of red sees Moses parting out of the way of her. They don't look scared or anything like that. It's purely a respect thing of Queen gets what she wants.
Right.
I don't know if any character would know much about goblins in particular, but if you did, you would. I mean, you could also look it up in the book, but you also get that's a bit strange considering goblins quite often work off of who's the strongest is in charge, and there's no form of viciousness or violence coming from the Queen, which is a bit odd, and because most goblin tribes that you may have dealt with in the past have very much been of everyone gets out of the way of the king because they don't want to kick to the ribs. But besides that, at some point during the feast, assuming people are eating and everything,
I would, at least.
At some point during the feast, the Queen, kind of sitting on her haunches, rests her chin on her hand and says,
So, we help each other?
I'd look to her and nod and say, yes, we help each other.
Then, in morning, Big Smart and Scout take you across river, and then they take you to our old land. You find safety and bring back something for me.
The idol, the statue, yes.
Yes. Don't worry, the Big Smart will be able to find it. He remember way.
All right. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't have a ton of like other questions about the situation. You know what I mean?
That's fine.
Like it seems pretty cut and dry.
Anyone else have anything they wish to ask or talk about or anything?
I mean,
No,
I may ask about how she came to be queen, but again, I feel like I'm kind of hogging a little bit, so...
It's fine, these two seem pretty content in being quiet anyway. But if you wish to ask that, she would probably answer. I don't think she would hide it.
Yeah, I would. So, how's it that you came to be queen over the biting ants?
I was Big Smart before Big Smart. My what's the word? Who I come from? My
Mother? Father?
yeah, yes. Their mother and father, they
I
their
watched, I guess.
their mother, their father, their mother, their father make this.
And she kind of motions to the big arching tree over the camp.
Not make this one made by them.
And she points to a group of workers who are working on the tree in between bites of their meal. It seems to be a almost non-stop job of they seem to be camouflaging it, and up the tree, from the ground upwards, they seem to be working. Halfway up is already camouflaged. You can't see the contraptions or workings of the mechanism at ground level.
Just can't think of anything to ask.
But yes.
So my mother's fathers make this, and then since then we be either Big Smart or Queen.
Goblins.
Then is Big Smart your family? Current Big Smart?
Yes. He come from me.
Is your son? I see.
Yes. Son.
And she kind of looks at the sky quizzically. I mean, there's the moon out at the currently, but you know she's kind of piecing together why you would call what came from her the sun.
Same word. Means different things.
Okay.
And she kind of looks very ponderous on that fact.
Sit up straight, man. My lord.
And if no one has anything else to ask, by the sounds of it,
Yeah, I think I'm good for now.
we will continue on then. The rest of the night passes without issue. I mean, unless you want to be awake and aware because you're in the middle of a goblin camp, you feel pretty confident that you'd at least get warning if something was going to attack.
Yeah.
That wasn't goblin.
Right.
But if you guys want to post your own watch, feel free.
I mean,
Do we want to post a watch?
only have to
Certainly
sleep
the smart
half
thing
of
to
the
do is
time.
keep our own watch.
Hmm.
So I think we
I
probably
do
should.
only have to sleep half of the time, so I am happy.
Yeah, that's actually a point too. Roland can basically just cover you guys on that.
Alright.
But the night does pass without incident. The goblins give you a small area off to the side underneath these copse of trees over here.
Mhm.
It's a little grouping, more than 3, but yeah. It passes without incident, and surprisingly enough, yeah, it doesn't rain during the night, which you're probably quite thankful for. You're woken reasonably early to the scurrying and constant movement of a large tribe of goblins. And if no one makes a point of getting up particularly early, you'd find at some point you'd look up and see Big Smart standing above you. And he says,
You ready yet? You rest?
Yes, we rested. I think we're ready.
I've been up for hours. Come on, guys, get up.
Okay, we go get your thing, and then we go to the river cross. Yes?
Yes.
He nods and leads you out of the village. I won't pull us all over to different maps and everything. We'll just round it out. He does take you back to your camp, and he does not.
Yes, I did notice you walk out of the creature.
He does not. You guys get back and realize that nothing has gone missing, and it's all actually in good condition. It seems almost completely untouched from when you left it yesterday, although the campfire is embers currently. Fresh embers too, like it had been going overnight.
Okay, I gotcha. So, I mean, just a cursory glance. I mean, have there been goblins posted up all over? And
You'd probably guess that, probably the goblins had watched over your camp, whether it was they were in the camp. 23 perception. Yeah, no, you can tell that maybe two, maybe three goblins had been in and around your camp, but they hadn't. None of the footprints or anything on the ground lead actually into the tents or anything like that. It seems that they've literally just used the campfire and then stayed away from your stuff itself. Your donkey seems to have been fed and watered.
okay.
It's
Is
still
there any
hitched
wood
to the same.
around?
What was that?
Is there any like wood around
You're in a forest.
to throw on the fire? Like,
Like
I
cutting
don't
bed.
I don't need a tree. I just need something to stoke the fire with.
I mean, you're in a forest. Go break some branches off, honestly. There's no, unless you guys had spent a day or spent time actually creating a wood pile for your thing, you can restoke the fire without an issue, though.
I was just thinking the goblins might have.
No. It seems completely untouched aside from the fire and even the donkey. It seems like it's been fed and watered, but it's hitched to the same spot.
Okay. Well, I pack up everything as best I can, and I guess I would talk to people, though. Should we be bringing the donkey with us? And the next question with that is, should we bring all this gear with us? Because I imagine the donkey is pretty well laden. If we need to, haul a statue, to be honest, I don't see myself carrying a statue very far. Best bet would be the donkey, but if she's loaded down with supplies...
Would you be saying this to
Yes,
everyone?
Yeah.
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 I would agree with you there. Kind of taking the donkey would be the best choice. Yeah. Don't see 5 of us carrying a statue back.
Could we take the donkey back to their camp and leave our stuff at their camp?
That's what I was thinking. They seem to be good to their word. I mean, nothing appears to be missing tonight. I imagine we could leave it there, and, well, if we fail and we die, well, good for them. They get more stuff, I suppose.
I did say that they had.
Queen be okay with that.
I think she would be too. She's smart.
So we pack our gear up, load our donkey. Is there any last minute fishing we want to do or anything? resource gathering?
I mean, it's
The two goblins with you don't seem too fussed for time. They're kind of. It seems like if they're questioning your actions at all, it's questioning more. Didn't you have a destination you needed to be in? Like
looking at our stuff, most of our stuff isn't like big except for the water barrel. We could probably in the food. We could probably bring it with us, still on the donkey, really.
Yeah, I'm all.
River pipes up and says,
Well, I would be a bit loath to leave our belongings behind, you know?
You're probably right. We bought this for a reason in case we needed it. I would hate to have a need for it and then not have it.
Yes, exactly. And plus, I mean, they look after our stuff when they expect us to come back for it. But if we are not expected back for it, who knows?
A very good point.
I'd interrupt, boys. I just got to sort out my son for 2 minutes. So.
"All good." Well, if it's about an hour point, so if anyone needs to remake coffee or anything,
Yeah, I think
now
I'm
would
actually.
be a good time. And so we're not going back to the other goblin camp now.
No, I think we're not going back to it. I think we're just gonna head on. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then we can take it from
Roll
going to find the river crossing when we get back. And I will be like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Right. People back.
I'm around.
You are around. We're still waiting on the Fraser and the. Go lie,
It sure seems like it.
go lie down. Yes, no. Greg also apologizes for the quietness. He's still getting accustomed to the game.
Yeah, no worries. I just don't want to,
No, that's why I said you don't feel like
Yeah.
you're hogging the limelight. You and I know how Fraser is. He'll get involved when and how he thinks he wants to get involved.
Yeah.
You're not hogging this limelight. You're making it so I'm not just talking to you guys for 3
Right.
hours.
Fair enough.
But yes, I also did forget to touch on it before we started. But Victor has decided to not play, so
yeah.
I will try and find another player if you guys cannot find another player or have anyone in mind. Which, if you do, feel free to tell me about them and invite them, and we can talk to them about it. Because I would like one more player for you guys, but ultimately, we can make do with just 3.
Mm-hmm. I gotta say, I mean, I would like another player, but 3 people has been going much better than.
Yeah.
I mean, like, me personally, I hate to run with just 3 people. It feels very small.
I don't mind it, but I would prefer one more person.
Yeah. But I mean, we could talk about it some,
Mhm.
not necessarily on camera.
Hey, maybe
'cause
maybe
me,
someone that they're watching will be like, "Hey, I want to play with you."
That'd be pretty fun, honestly. I mean, like, there's one person watching right now, and like a couple of people have joined in here and there, but it looks like the one person is you. Or me,
me.
which I don't think it should be me.
I don't think you'd count. Nah.
Uh,
No, let's see.
No, your south doesn't count when you're streaming.
I had no idea. Oh, he left.
Nah.
They left. We scared him off.
I joined to see them.
Hilarious.
Fine, be that way. Didn't want you to play with us anyway. But that sounded like Greg may have been back.
I am back.
Somebody who sounds just like him.
Yeah.
Just like me. Just like
You got a doppelganger around there, sir?
Maybe.
I mean, I don't think I could do anything about it if you did, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. What are you gonna do about it? Oh, great. Got an upset little one now. Perfect timing, eh? You've got D&D match. You have a D&D match or you've got something going on, they instantly.
pretty much.
It's okay.
I've been here for a couple of minutes. I forgot to push to talk.
That's why I
What
don't
a-
bother with push to talk, because I never.
What a
remember.
scrub.
I'm gonna turn it off.
But no, if people are... Can you hear that through my mic?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. That's all. So after you guys are all packed up and ready to go, the goblins start leading you to down the river. Down? Yes, down the river. And you travel for probably an hour or two before you come to a very, very wide but very shallow-looking ford that you're pretty confident you'll be able to get across. And sure enough, this is where the big smart steps up and says,
Okay, we cross here. It's shallow. It only come up to our waist, so you'll be fine.
and sure enough, he starts fording across the river. And
Just a quick out of character question.
yeah,
Would we have found the spot without the goblin's help?
I mean, yeah, it's yeah, quite a large. I mean, it almost seems like it's a sandbar or something creating the crossing, but it's quite wide, quite a bit wider than the rest of the river that you've seen. Almost like it comes up to this plateau of a sandbar almost, and is spilled across it, and then rejoined on the other side. But as I was doing, yeah, I'm just using hers.
Sorry, do you have to quickly catch me up? So you've the part of the river, was it you're saying?
No, you guys have found a crossing across the river. I was
And
just trying to explain, like, I guess, how it's made, I guess.
Yeah, you're just saying it was like sandbar. Yeah.
And like, no, you've got to turn around like that. Yeah, like that.
But anyone who wants to go across, give me a dexterity save.
Dexterity save or just straight roll?
Just straight roll, sorry.
Don't chippy.
Roland manages to ford the river successfully. And I better actually do that one too. As the second goblin's going across, he kind of, you just see him fall flat on his back for a second before he quickly darts back up, absolutely soaked to the bone, and darts across the rest of the river, almost slipping and falling again. But he doesn't get swept away or anything like that.
Could you give me guidance on this? And I'll try to get the donkey across as well.
I really don't want to get wet, man.
So, like, a save? I'll try going across. All right.
Yeah, that would get both of you guys across anyway.
Okay.
Like it's not a danger factor.
Gotcha.
It's more, are you getting soaked?
Okay, fair enough. I'm not worried about a bit of water then.
I forgot to discuss with these. I don't really have a dexterity. My dexterity is non-existent at the moment.
That's fine. Just roll it.
Just roll it. Okay.
It's not like you're gonna die off it.
Well,
See, you cross absolutely fine anyway.
Yeah, I have a terrible fishing, but I still keep trying to fish.
yeah, this is great. Yep.
Roll.
And these
for
score laughs at you
Esquire
every
too.
single time as well.
Roll for Mr. Esquire.
Yeah.
Your squire is actually better on dex than you.
Yeah.
Well, he's in heavy armor, so.
Oh,
Uh-oh, that doesn't look great. Oh, wow.
funnily enough, the squire doesn't even seem to get wet as he crosses. Like
he
the
kinda
water doesn't even go
levitates.
over his boot. No, he doesn't levitate. Like his boots still get soaked, but they don't. He must just be perfectly stepping on rocks as he's going across. It doesn't even like fill up his boot.
And the wondrous thing about this is he's carrying the full armor plating as well.
Wait, is he carrying it or wearing it? He's wearing it.
No, he's got his leather armor on. He's
Okay.
carrying it. So that was another thing I was going to ask you. Is like, out of character, can I like have it so I carry the plate body and he carries my leggings, boots, and gloves?
I mean, yeah, I
Yeah.
would. I'd basically just assume that you'd have figured out a way to carry it between you, your squire, and the donkey. You should be able to carry.
That's fine, bro. I
everything.
thought I'd just run it past you first.
Yeah.
Alright,
But
so-
everyone manages to get across the river pretty much unscathed. Only the scout goblin, who you haven't really been able to converse with because of lack of common speech. Only he made a mistake and got dunked quite unceremoniously. But you continue on through the river, or from across the river, and continue on into the jungle. At which point, what would it be? Yeah. At which point, the scout looks around, almost questioningly, and chitters something to Big Smart, who turns to you and says,
Oh, the scout think something might be ahead. So,
he puts a finger over his mouth and does the shh.
Alright.
Can I take a look?
I mean, are you actually asking? Alright.
As more, I wanna.
You can see trees. You can see those trees. But, I mean, maybe? It might be trees you can see? You're not quite sure.
I'm fairly confident. I'm fairly confident that I'm usually good at seeing things. So if they think they see something, I'm just gonna. I'm actually gonna try and hide.
Yeah?
Alright. Yeah, pretty much the same. I would attempt to go stealthy if,
Yeah, everyone roll a stealth. Sorry.
Might as well, pop some guidance on that.
Yeah, I'll be doing the same thing. Yeah, I'm doing the same thing.
So you all start slowing your pace to try and move through the undergrowth a bit more quietly, and the goblins are doing so too.
Let me interrupt you real quick. Do
Yeah.
you need an animal check? An animal handling?
No, because
Alright.
we just go off of the lowest roll.
Okay.
Well, actually, I suppose.
Well, in that case, I'm definitely guidancing it then.
Yeah.
Don't get me
Good.
wrong. Far be it from me to give you more ways to, mess up. But there we go.
Yeah, well, no, yeah. 23. You can keep the, you seem to be able to keep the donkey a lot quieter than you. Like, you seem to be making a bit more noise than the donkey currently.
Yeah.
But no, you guys slow down and start picking your way a bit more slowly, less hacking of vines and everything like that. You try and find your ways around so you can keep as quiet as possible. And you keep on this way for the better part of the day, actually. And after a while, the goblins stop, and the scout quickly scurries up one of the trees and then darts off into the tree branches, almost using them like another pathway, jumping between them from tree to tree. And within a couple of seconds, he disappears into the foliage, leaving you guys standing with Big Smart.
Are we getting close then? I would whisper.
we get to God maybe tomorrow, maybe day after. scout's gone to find somewhere for us to stay for night.
I
We
see.
wait here for him. Find something to do. He may be an hour or two.
Okay.
At which point he kind of just sits down against one of the trees and ponders whatever a smart goblin might ponder.
All sorts of smart things. I would probably, like, if we're looking to kill some time, I would break out the wood carving kit and just, start doing nonsense, and probably doing it very poorly at that.
That is fine. Does anyone else want to be
Up against
doing
the tree.
anything?
Oh, chip down there. How did you get a chip down there? How?
Ah, Grim's looking at his spells. Ah,
No.
I forget the skills sometimes.
Yeah,
Looking at what
okay.
skills there are.
I do too. I have I have a blank character sheet set up on all my games that I just check.
At least it's not 3 or 3.5. I mean, or 2.
Oh yeah, there's so many, and I'm constantly getting them wrong in that game.
Come on, Pete.
But after about an hour, the sun is just starting to recede behind the trees. You hear a rustling from above you, and the scout jumps to the ground in front of you guys and chitters away in their strange language before Big Smart stands up and says,
Oh, okay, he's found a little cave. We go stay there the night. It might be small, but apparently it'll keep us safe.
Sounds good to me.
So who are we waiting on?
Lead on.
no one now. You are led to a cave, not too far away, definitely not an hour's worth away, but hours
no.
worth of travel away. But you're led to a cave that can probably comfortably fit at least most of you and uncomfortably fit all of you.
I'm fine camping outside.
I mean, I'd rather stay in the cave, even if that means being a little packed. But I mean, obviously, like, if we're taking a watch, probably better to do it outside the cave.
Oh, that's up to you guys. The goblins don't seem to be too concerned about keeping any kind of watch or anything. They make sure they get deep into the cave and nestle up.
4-man watch.
But sort out your watch.
Yeah, I
Alright.
think so.
Well, we all know what my sleeping habits like on watch, so I'll take first watch alongside someone else if anyone wants to join me.
I do have another question while we're thinking about it. With our another player not making it, like, he was on watch with me. Are we just, he never
Yes, he
existed
was.
at this point? Who's
I
our
can take
imaginary
your
friend?
watches.
I had 2 ideas. We can either find a way to kill him off this game or this match, or we can just have it that you guys have woken up one day and you feel like there's someone missing from the group, even though you can definitely count everyone's there. Everyone who should be there is there, but you just can't quite shake the feeling that somehow you're short a person.
Can we load him?
No.
I was sitting there thinking about that when you're
Honestly,
DM was sitting there explaining how we were gonna drop the other player off. I had a funny feeling you were gonna come pop out with that question too.
but there would be literally no
I
point
thought
in it anyway. He's got nothing. Here's some food.
Quick takes robes.
Tears ropes up the cloth.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine either way. He could just have not existed, you know.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
reckon
just
the
the easier way.
Yeah.
So,
Who knows
sort
if-
out your
who knows?
watches.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
I can take 2 watches because I don't have to sleep as long as you guys.
Okay.
Well, I mean, this guy will take first watch then, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Keeping in mind, I only really expect 3 watches anyway. That's 3 groups of 4.
And it was a perception check, wasn't it?
Yes. With advantage because you have someone with you.
Perception with advantage.
Your watch passes more or less uneventfully. At one point, a large beetle, probably about the size of your fist, scuttles past you, but besides that, it's a quiet night. Aside from the ever-present sounds of a forest, of course.
Crickets of crickets.
Who
Owls
do you,
hooting.
who do you
Imagine-
wake next?
Wake. Rio.
All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Well, you know, we hope and pray.
You're doing it by yourself?
Oh, no. With Esquire being so young, still can stay up for the next couple of hours anyway with you.
He will only get a short rest, which means he will take exhaustion.
How many points?
Just
the
one.
Well, I can wake up
Well,
into
it's more
the
he.
Yeah, but
tabaxi
it's-
too. I mean,
Yeah, there's the tabaxi too.
Oh,
They-
yeah, there is. Yeah.
They're happy to work with you guys. It's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can take the
Yeah.
advantage.
there is also me.
yeah, you can take the last one. She said if we're
Yeah,
doing
but
the-
you were taking. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's still him only taking 1 watch. That's a good thing. Like I said, I only expect 3.
Yeah.
And then you can take the other tabaxi. That way, everyone gets full
An
rest.
advantage.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yep, go Fraser. Yeah, your night is much, or your watch is much the same. Nothing untoward happens.
Good.
And
I mean, I didn't fall asleep.
you didn't fall asleep. I mean, the night passes and things happen in the night. You may have heard some of them, you may not have. You may have heard nothing. But nothing happens to
asking?
your cave.
I might have heard some stuff I might not have. Who's asking?
Exactly.
Who's asking?
But the sun rises the next day and you're all still alive. You've actually survived a lot longer in the jungles of Cholt than a lot of other people before you.
Right.
Is this our first month or our first 2 months in the jungle?
Oh, nowhere near that. You're like,
A week.
No,
Week
because
and
we
a
spent
half,
the week.
2
We
weeks.
spent the week camping out, and then we spent 3 days getting to there.
most of a week. So yeah, about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks at the most.
Aye.
But that's still a lot.
You've been in Cholt for about a month. Just under a month you've been in Cholt. But you
New area, new type perception. Yep.
continue throughout for the rest of the day. And as the sun's just starting to set again, 2 things happen. One, it starts raining. Not super heavy, it doesn't seem to be some form of storm or anything, but it's heavy enough that the rain soaks you through almost instantaneously. Any form of magic that you might use, unless it's a constant effect, like if you use prestidigitation to dry your clothes or something like that, they're wet again instantaneously. And the second thing that happens is you step into a clearing, And standing next to some rocks and ferns is an 8-foot tall statue, almost humanoid in shape, with large bronze fists and iron joinings, and what looks like some kind of heavy steel breastplate with an iron helm with large gaping slits for eyes. The rest of the statue seems to be made of some kind of sculpted wood, but it has bands of iron and rivets divoted throughout it, and scattered around its feet are various food and coloured stones, rocks and feathers, skulls, and other small tributes and offerings. The clearing that you're stepping into doesn't seem natural or magical. It's made by, you'd guess, probably either this tribe of goblins or other tribes of goblins come to keep the jungle from enveloping the statue.
So, these offerings at its feet, do these look recent? Like, is the food fresh, or is it long since rotted, or...
All kinds. Some of them are completely desiccated bones with nothing left on them. Some of them look like they've been placed, a piece of fruit or two may have even fallen or been placed there minutes before you turned up. It seems to have been a long-standing tribute place. There's old things as well as new.
So you would say the terrain, like, is it the statue just in a wide open area?
Not massive, probably 10-15 feet round.
Like the size of a goblin camp, kind of?
Nah, not that big.
Not that big?
Nowhere near that big. Probably the size of one of their tents.
I'm going to turn to Grubstab.
Grubstab?
Huh?
Me not queen.
Oh,
Queen Grubstab.
Right. Was this
Big Smart?
the Big Smart? Okay. I wasn't sure. Are we stealing this?
Well, not stealing. I mean, it not belong to anyone. It's and I mean, we have claim to it as much as other tribes.
So you're saying the other tribes use a statue to worship? Is this correct?
Yes, this is God for all tribes in area, even enemies and friends.
So I don't mean to get into your affairs with other tribes, but being a religious man, type of statues, a lot of other people kind of worship around it. So if we take it, it's not really going to sit well with me, because a lot of other people use this to worship. And if we take it back to your camp, are other tribes going to be able to come and worship this statue as well if you take it back to your camp?
I mean, if they're not attacking or being attacked, then maybe Queen let them.
Is this the Queen's word that you're talking? Is this an assured by the Queen's word, or?
No, this is my word. Me speak them.
Okay. Sorry, can you see that baby? Can you hear boys crying, or?
Not through your mic. Maybe a little bit.
A little bit, but it's not obtrusive at all. I mean,
Yeah.
Life comes first, man.
So good. Me and Fraser are used to it, and so is Grim. He has his own child that does it.
I mean, she's like 8, so she doesn't cry too much anymore.
No, I'm not talking about crying, just coming in and stuff.
But be right back in like 30 seconds.
Yes.
I'm still here, but I have to type to somebody.
That's fine.
So I kind of really look towards the team and seek seek you fellas divine advice. What happens from this point onwards? I feel uneasy taking the statue back to someone. I'll taking the statue away from other tribes anyway who worship from the statue, and taking it back to another tribe. He's getting a bit upset now.
Well, we don't have to take the entire statue. Just something to remember God by. So,
yeah.
how about that helmet?
Are you going to go try take the helmet?
I would ask Big Smart what he thinks.
I think that we just take whole thing. I mean, all of God's better than some of God.
But don't you think God might be mad if you take away some of his offering? Like some of the people giving him offerings?
I mean, it's shaped rock. It not actually God. It's show of God. It's show God.
But if you take this away, no one else can offer to the god. So won't he get mad?
No one else offer to God except us. We keep God happy. Other people not keep God happy.
But what if you don't have enough to give to God to keep him happy? What if he wants more than you can provide? That's why he's a communal god, so he can be offered enough.
Then he come down and talk to us and be angry, but God not here.
Big
I
Smart
mean,
says, yes.
Honestly, I don't really believe in the whole God thing anyway. I think it just shaped rock. It never do anything for us, and we look after ourselves. But Queen wanted, so Queen get.
Your queen might be. Is your queen a religious type?
She believe, but she not know. She just believe what told.
What about? Oh, you say you're not a religious type, but do you believe?
Believe what?
Do you believe in the traditions, the religion, the belief?
I believe we give thing to rock. I do not see point, but I see that we do.
And what is this? So you must really know the statue. What god does it represent?
Oh God. Oh,
I'm asking these questions.
Goblin God is Maglubiet.
Is he the god of war? Is he god of peace?
Can you spell that phonetically, please? I'm just joking.
Please?
Could you use it in a sentence?
The goblin god is Maglubiet.
What?
Is
Maglubi is hobbit.
is there more? Is there more? Is there more statues anywhere that?
Not that you can see.
So I sort of missed a little bit of that, so my bad. But
So we're just pretty much the question character will pretty much start asking questions about the statue, what god it belongs to. I think Roland was saying we could try to take a chip off the statue, weren't you saying?
I was saying the helmet.
I
We
don't
should take
think
the
we should
helmet
be
off it.
taking its religious artifacts and adornments from it. And I also get the impression that this is something that's perhaps going to make some other tribes a little angry. So I think if we're going to do this, we shouldn't be wasting time. We need to do it, and we need to go, I believe.
As I was saying, within character, I strongly disagree with taking the statue without more facts, but I am following the team, so if the team wants to take the statue back, that's what we're doing.
Well, you know me, I'm a terrible person.
By heart and nature.
Just lucky Roland's not trying to warhammer its head off. Desecration is the better part of heresy. But no, what are people doing? Because no one's even approached the statue yet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna approach it. I'm gonna give it a once over. I'm gonna give it a good old Arcana check, poking, prodding. Maybe not actually poking or prodding, but definitely giving it a once over, and maybe giving it a religion check to see what I can glean out of it as well. So
yeah,
we'll start by an Arcana. Great. And we will actually guidance this religion check. Fantastic.
Well,
it's totally inert, guys. Don't worry.
yeah, it's non-magical. I mean, whether it is non-magical or not, you don't know in character.
You're right.
But it's non-magical in character to you.
Yes.
It's a statue. Religiously, it doesn't seem to depict any gods known to you. It doesn't have any air of divinity to it either. There's no feeling or anything of that.
Could I make a guess as to whether they're actually worshipping the idol itself or worshipping the adornments on the idol? No,
the as far as you can tell, like, everything is laid in offering to the statue itself.
I gotcha.
It seems more like I guess the crucifix or a statue of Mother Mary or something like that is what it would be equivalent to. But you can, even just getting close enough, you can give it a once over and see that Roland's idea wouldn't work, because a lot of the rivets and everything actually go through the pieces of armor and adhere it and keep it on the statue.
So out of character. We got two options, boys. I guess we got three options. We can do nothing about it. Leave it here. Obviously, this is somebody else worshipping it. It's not for us to get into. We could, take it with us. We said we would do it. We'll do it. Or I guess option 3 is we just burn it down and steal everything from it.
I really like option 3.
Yeah, out of character, I like option 3. I like better.
In character, I'm obviously suggesting number 2. We keep our word and do what needs to be done.
Simmer on the dark side a bit more, boys. Option 3.
Option 4, and I'm going to be really quiet about this one. Option 4. You take out those 2 goblins.
That was out of character. I mean,
was that out of character or within character?
Well, what I said was out of character. I mean,
alright. What about Roland? Was that within character?
I want it to be in character, but I want to be really quiet about it. I want to stay away from the goblin saying.
Okay, it's like a whisper kind of thing you need to us.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I kind of whisper to that kind of really is a really good idea. But you are your own man, so you can make your own decisions.
I don't.
Just saying.
I don't like that. Things, sure, are not exactly the same, but I thought I made my involvement in things of that nature clear the last time.
I think
And
the next
again,
time
I
I do
said-
something
So-
like that, my gods ain't going to be very happy with me if I do something like that again.
So
We'll just scratch option 4.
do we just do a statue heist then?
Yes.
Yeah, retrieving relics to return to a tribe is more.
Give me
Yes.
perception rolls.
Okay.
Boink. It up. It up.
Well, two of you got well high enough rolls. You can hear something coming. You're not sure what it is, but you hear chittering and the pitter patter of quite a few feet moving through the trees.
All right. Well, there's goblins coming. They're coming soon. What I think we should do is we should leave something as an offering, leave, and then come back at a later time to do it now. No reason to grab it right now when there's other goblins about.
Yes, that is a good idea. Say leave a bit of food at the bottom of the statue.
Yeah, I'd leave a bit of food and I don't know, 20 coppers or so.
Why we not taking?
Better to come back at a better time.
Better that we're
Why
not
better-
found out about it yet. We wouldn't want to start a
Yeah.
tribal war.
Oh, there's no fighting on this land. It's around God there is we agree with other tribes not to fight
So,
inside of statue.
like you're saying,
Yes,
if
but
we put
they-
that statue on the wagon and then move it, they won't attack around it.
I
Is this-
mean, you have your God stolen and tell me you'll not attack them. No, I'm pretty sure other tribes not want it gone, but
That's the funny thing. So, if we're around our gods, we tend to cause battles. So,
I mean, with a 22, can I make any kind of guess as to numbers, or is it all just kind of...
No.
You actually you probably could.
There's like two
Because you-
22s.
Yeah, well, it's more you're a druid. They're not. One thing you can tell is they're not running across the ground. They're coming from atop the trees, from amongst the branches, and they seem a lot quicker in doing so than you've seen these other goblins do.
Right, so they're definitely moving fast.
What was that?
I said, so they're definitely moving fast. Sorry, I was leaning
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
How far away do you think they are?
Close enough that I could hear it moving, so probably
Yeah.
pretty close.
Not close enough that you can see them through the trees, but I mean, we're talking out of character at the moment, so they're not actually getting closer, but they're pretty close on you. This is more of an opportunity. What are you guys doing before we figure out what happens when they guys find you here?
Yeah, well, I just want to take this opportunity to dive into the bushes.
Oh, roll me a step.
Oh
Yep.
wow! Yep, perfect.
Roland disappears into the bushes.
That's pretty good. Like I said, I'd probably take 10 coppers or so and toss them at the thing, and then I would move off With the donkey, I guess. Dang old
Yeah, I'll follow,
donkey.
I'll follow behind the road and
Yeah.
just follow behind the donkey in the cart.
And attempt to hide myself as best I can.
Are you gonna stealth check that? Oh, what?
And attempt to hide the
Wow.
donkey as best I can. Which, do you want an animal handling or another?
Yeah, give us another animal handling for that one.
Throw some leaves over it.
With guidance?
Are you trying to hide you two then, Greg?
Uh,
The goblins haven't made a move. Like, they're kind of watching you guys questioningly, like, what are you doing? We're here to do something. Why are we not doing the thing?
to get but we did explain. I suppose, like, did they not understand us when we tried to explain to them that we were coming back for it at a later time, or
He heard you,
you heard us?
but he's still questioning, like, well, why aren't we doing this now?
Yeah, they're just thinking differently than we are,
Yeah.
So I was kind of explaining to them, like, do you know if these are?
Did you tell them that there were other goblins coming?
Yeah, I mean,
He heard you guys. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
would have
heard
heard
you,
you
yeah.
guys talking about it. That's why he said that. Like, he's questioning why you guys are trying to hide yourself and everything, because
Yeah.
there's no war or no combat or killing around their statue, as far as they're concerned.
So within character, I look back at the goblins. I know this is
Which
different.
gives us the element of surprise.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does. But that doesn't mean they're not questioning what you're doing.
Exactly. So I look back at them and I'm like, I know this is different, and this is probably not the way you do things, but just take it off a bit of faith and just hide with us. Just give it a shot. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, so I try to attempt to hide myself too. Do I need a stealth check for that?
Yeah, definitely.
For both me and Theodore. Okay. Is that a bad stealth check? Yep. I'm going to guidance that.
I'd like to think hiding behind a tree that's just a little too small.
As Theodore hides behind the tree with armor plating on his back.
Yeah. Like, he's perfectly hidden, but the armor
Yeah.
is.
You can't see that armor plating. It's just part of the tree.
Right.
Your boys disappear.
Oh, it didn't give me the stealth rolling for ice, it did. And I can still guidance that check as well, because it's on Theodore, yeah.
Just use guidance. And, yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm sure you can do it again.
Yeah, it's a cantrip, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Pop that off whenever.
All right, so those were some pathetic stealth rolls.
Yeah.
I attempt to hide myself with debris and whatever I can find. Bit of mud on the face to blend in.
Who's Mr. Terrible Spy now?
He sits there and looks at Roland and says no comment.
Except you can't find it.
A couple of things happen. Just while I'm quickly setting up this. First, a group of goblins descends from the trees. It's not a large one, probably 10 or so goblins. Again, at all times when dealing with goblins of large groups, they're not the easiest to count. They're always moving and ducking in between each other and everything like that. But they come down and there is actually what's this?
Here we go.
So gather yourselves. Oh wait, you guys will need bushes and stuff to hide in, won't you? Yeah, I'm just chucking in some stuff quickly.
Any tank you can find.
Hide behind this guy.
I'm pretty sure that's the idol.
It is. But with a 22, he can basically hide wherever he wants.
I can't pull my
I've swapped out the statue for me.
And while you're
sorry.
setting up, from what direction are the goblins coming?
Up
Okay.
from directly above you in the trees. Yeah, they're not coming in from the sides. They basically descend once I find their things all around the idol.
You look really hidden over there.
Hey man, I had a 22 with a 1. 23.
You put yourself under.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. I made all the trees tokens.
Oh. So okay, so like for my pathetic fucking my pathetic hiding skills, I'm just gonna place myself behind this bush here and
Roland's pretty well hidden too.
and attempt to be hidden.
I like it.
And then I am just going to... Oh, fuck. There. This is to
Oh
mark
yeah,
these guys.
super hidden.
So the greens are your buddies. The
It's a
green
middle
dots.
Okay.
And yes, they've more or less disappeared into the trees as well. You still get the feeling that they're around, but they're very well hidden.
And probably the cat folk too.
And the second thing, oh yes, I forget about them.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if there's gonna be a fight.
Yeah, that's because I don't have their bars up. I
Gotcha,
didn't pull them up
yeah.
yet. And then
Hello.
River Mist and Flask of Wine. Where's our stout?
But can't have another bottle just yet. You little piggy.
One of them disappears, the other one does not. Alright, and the second thing that happens after they descend is they basically instantaneously see the knight, his squire, and one of the tabaxi, and one steps forward. He's a little bit bigger than the others. Cat! What cat here? Why? And before anything else can happen, an arrow gets loosed out of one of the trees towards the one that spoke. And roll initiative as it misses. Of course it does.
Roll initiative. Oh.
Wait, don't yet. Now you can roll initiative.
They just couldn't leave us alone.
I wish I was a talkie boy.
Well, like a charismatic type of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be.
Because we could say we're agents of the god. We know what the god's name is.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
I mean, like, the DM might let it slide if you make a compelling story or if a really
we
believable
still might
story.
try.
Oh, no. One of your goblins
Oh, yeah, fair.
shot the bow.
Oh, okay. Wow, right in that case.
They're
I've got to click
idiots.
this token and then roll for it.
They're idiots.
No, they're goblins.
We might still be able to do this. Oh, so but no qualms about it, just shooting a bow, you know. I thought this was supposed to be holy ground.
Then I'm meant to fight around the statue, but you know what?
You've also been told by one of
person-
these goblins that he doesn't believe
Yeah,
in it.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, he took the words straight out of my mouth. One of the golems did say that he doesn't have a religion, so
Gotcha, I missed
I
that.
mean,
No, it's
in
not
all fairness,
necessarily that he doesn't have a religion. He just doesn't believe that this is the god.
well,
In all
that's what I got
fairness.
off him that he didn't.
that's what I wanted to hide.
But
I
my
didn't think
clumsy, my clumsy footing got us spotted.
So
And
would we know which one is the catfolk that's kind of out in the open that it was addressing?
Yeah, it was River.
Okay.
It was more. She made a half-assed effort of hiding. She kind of just like stood behind a tree as opposed to try to hide behind a tree.
I mean, she just messed up. You know, the first point of making a mistake is, you know, owning up to it. Everybody does it. Don't feel bad.
No. After the fight, she's adamant. No, I was not that bothered. But we are starting with our goblin over here first, who will move 10, 20, 5.
Oh
and
yeah, send him right in. Which one is the big smart?
Big Smart is the one who shot the bow.
Lovely.
And yes, he is also, from what you saw, one of the only biting ants over the night to actually have some form of ranged weapon that doesn't leave them without a weapon, i.e. a spear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing this is the one that talked,
Yes.
that said the thing.
Yes, it is. This one gives a kind of little screech before charging off. Towards there. Yes, he is in range of you, but he does not know that you are there because you are in a bush. Don't worry, Roland.
Does he run past me enough to get an attack of opportunity? Damn.
No, he's not leaving melee range from you. And that wasn't actually planned that he did that. That was just where he was running to. He was running towards where the shot was. And then he will... This one will make another short bow attack. Did that go through? Yes. But it's a fat miss. And he will fall back. Roland's turn.
Yes. I'll probably just make a melee attack at this one.
Yep. You do you, boo-boo. A 12 is a big fat miss, though.
Would I not get advantage because he does not know I am there?
I can't remember, do you? I haven't played Rogue.
I think that's the whole point of sneak attack, is
I
Yeah,
thought sneak
the
attack
sneaking gives you the advantage
I
to
thought it
use
was
the
from
sneak attack.
visibility and stuff.
I still remember
Uh,
in 5e. I think it might
yeah.
be simplified, but
I'm
I'm
gonna
pretty sure
I'm
sneak
gonna
attack
Google it.
is just the extra damage. And it has to be done against someone who has less initiative than you.
It is you have
Once you
advantage
turn-
on them, or if there's helping it.
If you have advantage on the attack roll.
okay. So if he had already moved, you would not have advantage on him.
Yeah.
It would have to, you know, be somebody who does not know you're there. That has not. Actually, you might have advantage on him. I guess it's DM's distraction. If, you know, he doesn't know you're there.
Yeah.
If you are hidden, you make attacks with advantage. However, you will no longer be hidden if the attack hits or misses.
Ah, okay. Well then, yes, it does hit, and basically instantly deletes them.
Sorry, I missed out on a bit of action there. Not too much going on.
It's all good. Just rolling, basically exploding someone's chest or a goblin's chest with his rapier. Is that all you do though?
I will disengage.
Uh-huh.
Then move a little bit over to Big Smart.
Big Smart's this one.
Well, over to this one that's still here.
Mm-hmm.
Can totally move that far.
Bringing us to Riot's turn.
So, by the looks of it, these goblins don't have much in terms of armor.
I'm gonna do my normal. I'm going to mage armor, 'cause even though I should have done it before, I didn't. And shillelagh, and step out into combat. And that'll be it.
It's your turn. Jake's turn. Wait. Of course I did.
What did you do?
Forgot to roll these two for initiative. Sorry. Flask would have had to have had a turn. Wait.
Where did my turn go? That pushed me right.
Yeah, no, it did.
It pushed me right down to the end of the line again.
No, yeah, it's because, but one of these. Oh no, that's right. They're. The cats can just skip their turns for now. Go, Jake.
All right.
They were a bit slow on the upstart.
Still trying to get over the catnip they fucking ate all night.
Yeah.
I am the good stuff you say. Nah, So what's that? Oh, that was the one that Roland ended up jabbing his rapier in his chest, was it?
Is
The
it
one with
dead
the green
one?
marker on it? Yep.
No, the green markers are your friendly goblins. The one that Roland killed was like here. I just deleted it as opposed to putting a cross over it. Just keep the map clean.
Feet from the Alright. Make a move of 25. In front of this guy. Smack him with a Morning Star.
Mm-hmm. That's a hit.
That's definitely a hit.
Rolled damage.
8.
And the goblin crumples. Bring us to. Oh, that one's dead. This one's turn. You step forward towards you, Riod. And
Those are misses.
this
Yes,
goblin's
I see.
turn. Against you, Riod, because he's right next to you.
That one's a hit.
And
Oh, and I would have used my reaction against the big one to deal 1d4 damage to it.
Yep.
From my thingy. I guess.
And then,
yeah, the big one.
yeah, this one also uses Nimble Escape and pulls back.
Joke's on
Just
him. I
little.
used my reaction.
Too bad you just did. Yep. Next one's turn. And this one's against you, Jake. That's a hit. 3 damage. Theodore's turn.
Knocks an arrow into his longbow, draws it back, and takes a fire shot
And you took 3 damage, by the way,
from.
from the scimitar, because a 17 hits you, I assume. Considering
Nope,
you're not wearing
18.
your armor.
Oh yeah, that's right. I am not true either. Yes, fucking correct. You are correct. Yes. Fire damage. Take a shot.
Yeah, after that, make your shot. That's a that
Oof.
miss.
That miss,
So-
and that misses by at least several meters.
So we
Dude,
go
you're
from
lucky.
the critical hit to the critical miss.
Yeah. Dude, you're lucky I'm not an asshole DM who's like, aha, you shot yourself in the face with your bow.
With
I
a
hate-
string slapped.
Or
Yeah.
even dropping it. Having
Yeah, like-
being an expert in picking it up.
Yeah. That's not so bad, but like I'm not gonna do that off of just general combat. That's if something extraneous is happening as well. Like you've been thrown through the air or something like that, and then you roll a critical fail. That's when you can have something really bad. But just
Just like firing an arrow and then
Yeah,
missing it. You
I've
can just
done
cut that down to like.
so many times it's natural to me, but because RNG, I shot myself in the face. Yeah, no, that's stupid. But bring us to Flask of Wine's turn. Flask shall slap out.
I shout, shoot the big one!
Yeah.
The bigger
Correct.
one!
Chromatic Orb, which
Shoot the one that's about 10 centimeters
Oh my
taller
gosh,
than
I
the
gotta
other
put my
one.
kid to sleep. It's like 9 o'clock.
that miss on the chromatic.
I'll be
You
back
go-
in a minute, guys.
Good deal to Riley.
Here, I'll get you real quick.
Sorry, Barry, you're saying did you?
No, his Flask of Wine's chromatic orb
Chromatic orb.
missed, and then
Completely.
yes, really.
I'm sorry.
He will use that.
His hand stuck behind the.
That's a really cool ability.
Wow. That was some distance covered right there.
Yeah, double his movement.
Would it also double the dash if you were to dash?
Yes, I believe so. But I don't think you can. Yes, you can use both.
Well, if you had cunning action and that,
Yeah. Which he does have because he's a rogue.
I suppose if he just didn't use the chromatic orb, he would be able to dash.
Yeah. But it's our goblin's turn. I really should have named them differently, but oh well. He goes to help up here.
Yes.
Misses. Of course he does. Why would he not? Bring us to Roland's turn.
I'm gonna come around into this tree. Use my bonus action to use the hide action.
Okay.
Roll. And then I want to take a shot at the big guy. Would I be hiding well enough to? Is that a good enough roll? Sneak attack.
I'm pretty sure.
It doesn't matter.
Did you? Oh shit! No, it does not matter.
And look, the hide action is take a dex check to try and hide. So,
She's just watching TV.
Sitting there happily, quietly on the couch.
Yeah, well, my
Yeah.
folks were here because, like I said last time, they watch her a lot. So, no harm, no foul.
Yeah, no, it's alright, Grim. You know, take heart that I did that a couple of days ago. I was sitting there playing Path of Exile, and it was about 10:30, and I was wondering why it was so quiet. And I have a look over on the couch, and my daughter's sitting there watching TV. I'm like, okay, yep, bedtime.
It happens.
The bigger one is looking a lot worse for wear now. He looks rather sore and pained.
Oh, he just got twanged.
He got twanged badly. And then for his turn, she shall use Hail of Thorns. And then shoot at this goblin right here. Just to absolutely ruin its day. Or not. Or not.
Technically, though, she doesn't lose it.
No. it's still up. She just
Yeah.
doesn't hit.
I didn't realize
doesn't
that.
do
I always
damage.
thought it was just a 1-to-1. That makes it actually much better.
Yeah. Except you can't have your other effects up with it because it's still a concentration.
Yeah, fair.
But I mean, it's an AoE every turn off of your basic attack, and it's an extra D10 to your damage. But Riod's turn.
Well, unfortunately, being the guy that I am, I'm not, like attacking this turn. I still have more setup to do. So we're popping symbiotic entity. We're gonna gain a bunch of temp hit points. Yeah, and then we're chilling because I don't have anything that can do as a bonus action. But I tell you, when I get in there,
You're like a really bad Dragon Ball Z character that has to power up to fight. You're Krillin. Jake's turn. Oh, he might be dealing to kids.
Yeah, I should really remember to start popping mage armor before we get into combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave you a chance.
I know you did. I just totally forgot about it.
But no, you all wanted to hide instantaneously.
I know. Ugh.
I wanted to hide. Everyone else just looked at me and was like, "Wow, that's a good idea. Why didn't I think of that?"
Could you imagine if they were attacking our poor donkey?
Yeah. Luckily, you managed to hide the donkey pretty fucking well.
No, I was hidden well. The donkey wasn't hidden well.
Oh, the other way around.
But fair enough.
I mean, you basically instantaneously stepped out of your camouflage anyway.
Yeah. Well, that's because, the stupid guy, shot an arrow at him.
Mm-hmm.
When you
Don't have my arm on, trying to walk into battle like that. Oh. I think that's, what is that? That is 30. Yep, bang on 30, 25. Cool.
What's that?
I'll move right here in front of it. It's 25 feet.
35?
25, wasn't it?
Ah, 25, okay.
Next there.
No, it sounded, it sounded like you were saying 35.
Bang. He strikes out again with his Morning Star. Please don't be a miss. Oh,
Another
wow.
20s and 1s. That's all I roll.
All day. All day.
You'd probably be pretty good at blackjack.
Surprisingly.
At this point, like, with that solid hit to the ribs, blood just starts pouring from underneath its mask. It's still standing, although not even somewhat shakily, very shakily standing, but it's standing still.
Damn.
Damn, he says. Damn.
And now it's his turn, and
So, on its turn, we're gonna use the reaction on it. Bloop. Yeah! Take that!
he'll use that then.
Is that's not the +6, is it? The
No,
+1d6.
That. And you know what's funny? If he didn't have that move right then, that fucking chess castle move right there, you would have killed him. But now it's still his turn. And he will continue with what it... No, actually, he will do this now. Move around down here to flank you.
Does he get bonus damage off flanking?
No, he just gets advantage for his attacks. So I assume both of those hit 7 damage to you, Jake. And that's his turn. And then we got a butt ton of goblins. This one comes forward, makes an attack against Riod.
Out of character, if that goblin wasn't so important to us, I would have backhanded him for fucking firing that arrow.
We can yell at him later.
Just get him alone by himself.
This is what happens when people don't listen.
You think you're big smart? No, you're big stupid.
Dumb, the old dumb. You know you're going to be dumbing down a bit more. Let me
This one
match your intelligence to your brain size.
will make an attack. It's a hit and a 3.
What was that
You're
one
on.
against?
Our goblin.
It was
Oh,
this
okay.
goblin here attacking this goblin here.
Gotcha.
And then this goblin will make an attack against Riod, who stung it with bees after its boss threw him in.
Hurled it at bees. That's
Although I
nice.
assume that's a
Yeah.
miss. Yeah. And then it'll also use Nimble Escape and skitter away.
What is your AC, Grump?
18.
How are you rocking 18? What
he's
do you have?
Mage
Yeah.
armor.
I get a spell
What?
called Mage Armor, and then I'm pretty, like, dexterous.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this goblin will make a attack against your friendly one. It's a hit
So someone like Superheat, would that affect your mage armor?
No.
because it's not actually made out of metal.
Oh,
Um,
I'm
This one here is looking very, 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 very hurt. It's not Big Smart though. It's the scout, but he's looking very bad. got
But
the
you
lump.
know, like, Big Smart does kind of live up to his name. If he's shooting from the back and he's sending his subordinates up front, I gotta say.
Then this one's gonna move forward, make an attack with advantage on Jack. That's a hit, isn't it?
Yep, and that's 8.
Yep, that's a solid one. And then it'll also use Nimble Escape because it's a fucking bonus action, and that's bullshit.
Oh, how you looking there, buddy?
Looking at about 3 HP.
Okay. All right.
That's what I'm saying. If I ever get the chance, I'm backhanding that man for, that troll for
Theodore's up.
starting a battle and not letting me suit up first.
I mean, you weren't gonna get your armor on in time anyway. It's half an hour to get your armor on, dude.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes with help. That's still 10 minutes. That is a lot of time in D&D world.
In battle time, that's like 10 hours.
Yeah.
The boys have got the battle right. The boys can soak up a little damage and I'll come in afterwards.
Let's just hope you can roll
Imagine-
your 6.
Imagine having a cleric of life who doesn't wear their heavy armor.
Imagine traveling through Chult and sweating inside your heavy armor.
Yeah.
The choices
Using
we
all
gotta
your-
make. But it
Using all
is
your water rations and all that.
Theodore's turn.
My turn. Oh, Theodore's turn. Running a little bit low on arrows now.
Oh, have you not been recovering them? Haha.
No, I haven't.
I
I should be.
haven't either.
I should be.
I honestly haven't either. I'm down to 13.
Just for future reference, is it half or a third of arrows? Half, eh?
I mean, it's however you want to do it. I don't think it's like an actual rule. I think that's just homebrew stuff or house
Oh,
rules.
I thought there was an actual rule of like half rounded up of ammunition used you can recover.
I don't know.
Assuming it makes sense to be able to recover it. Like you're not going to be able to recover an arquebus ball or something like that.
How would you want to? We'll discuss that at the end of the
Yeah,
battle.
that's for after. I will just do half of your expended ammunition you can get back.
You're
So
actually-
whatever. So every second arrow I let off, I can gain one of those back.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
But it's
I'll
still
work
Theodore's
with that.
You're actually right too. It says at the end of the battle you can recover half your expended ammunition by taking a minute to search.
Okay. Well, anyway, he flicks a shot with his longbow, knocks an arrow.
It's
It's sorry,
against who?
against the big guy.
The one fucking up your day.
Yep, the one that's wrecking my loins, and that's a 7 and a hit. So exact
Wrecking
color.
my loins.
He's going all up and yep, it completely destroyed him.
That's all Theodore's done.
Yeah,
If he
yeah. That's what he's done.
Alright.
For now.
Flask of Wine's turn. She will. Oh wait, no, he will, because it is the brother.
How dare you assume his gender?
I know, right?
Hey,
Or-
in 2020, how dare you?
How
That's one.
dare you?
I don't think that hits. No, that does not hit.
Oof.
Yeah, big off.
Did that
Come
not
on.
hurt? Oh,
Come
wow.
on, Flask. And then this goblin's turn. He will.
He's still recovering from all the catnip he ate the previous night, bro. Just remember that. Oh, so was.
And then the nimble evasion to disengage and run. Roland's turn.
I'm gonna take the high action,
Stealthy option.
and I'm
Do
gonna
you want me to, can I guidance it?
take a bow shot.
Oh, no,
No,
it's not
'cause
check.
You
No,
can't
it's not.
touch him, and it's not your turn.
Take a bow shot at that one that was beating up on the goblin.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you hide after? Oh no, right, because you want the
You get some stealth attack off it.
yeah. I'm a
7,
goom.
15. Is that a hit?
Yep, 15's a hit.
7 in total, nice. Is that the one from the sneak attack? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, and that kills it. Is that all your turn?
Yeah.
Short bow, hit. Hey! They're just killing everything. River's turn. She will. Shoot. This one here.
Sad day when you have to use your healing spells on yourself.
I can pop one on you real quick as a bonus action.
That's
And
a
then
good
That would
hit.
be
maybe
good. That
that'll
would be
top
nice.
you up, yeah.
This goblin basically just gets cut in half by the arrow. And Riod's turn.
Alright, we're gonna pop Healing Word. Whoops. Over on Jake there.
The guy standing right next to you.
Yeah, which is a
That's
great
right.
use of it.
Yeah, she just scream in his face.
And then we're going to move up and we're going to take an attack on the one to the left.
Left, did you say?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a hit.
And then it gets an extra 1d6.
Just gets absolutely.
Entity bonus. Wow.
That your turn?
That's it.
Jake's turn. Jake from State Farm.
Jake. Jake from what?
State Farm.
State Farm. Alright.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm. Yeah.
It's very interesting to me to see what, like, companies and things like that and commercials are international.
We don't actually have all that. We just
Oh,
make
you
the name.
don't? Oh, okay.
No, we don't. No, we don't have State Farm for insurance.
Fair enough, then.
We've just heard of it.
Yeah.
Because those commercials are great.
That's even better, then.
The internet's a great place. It's amazing.
It's great.
What are you doing, Jack?
So I'm gonna hit myself with Healing Word. And it gets bonuses off my Disciple of Life and Healer. Oh no,
That's
Disciple of Life. Just
Max
Disciple of
roll.
Life for now.
Just screaming at yourself now.
Yeah. Your healing spells are more effective whenever you use a spell of first level or higher. I gain a. Oh, aye. So 3, I get an extra 3 hit points on top of that.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
7.
no, that's already added in 1d4
Oh, is it?
plus 3. Yeah.
Oh, this automatically adds in. Oh, that's cool. So I don't have to roll for it manually.
So 7 HP.
Takes us up to 14. And how many actions do I have? Does
There
it tell?
must no. Do you want to post the divinity thing or whatever healing thing?
Yep.
Because that's basically the same amount that Riod's healing, just because Riod's got higher wisdom, so that isn't added in. Oh, 2 plus the skills level.
Yeah. The skills level 1.
So yeah, it is 10. Sorry.
Yeah.
So yes, 10 HP back. And that is your action.
Isn't healing word a bonus?
Oh yeah, bonus action, sorry.
Yeah. And takes his movement action. Guessing I'm in range to get up to this one. Yep, just now. Takes a swing with his. Oh no, actually no. Oh yes. I don't want to be wasting that. So yeah, he just takes a swing with his Morningstar.
It's a hit.
Five.
Solid hit.
Yep, and then my turn.
It's your turn. This one takes the dash option and hightails out and gone. And this one does disengage.
I'm gonna use my reaction.
Actually, no. Yeah, use your reaction first.
Yeah.
So you do 1 point of fade away damage as it uses. Sorry, it's bonus action because it has the nimble escape to disengage, and then it will use its action to dash and get off map.
Yep.
And they both disappear. Well done. We are done.
I reckon I could probably chase one.
I mean,
We should probably move quickly now. I think
You
we need
can't.
to.
no, you can't. You wouldn't be able to catch up to them.
We should get the donkey and get the idol and go. Those
Yes.
ones that ran, they'll probably be coming with help. They think we're here to desecrate it, and I guess technically they're right. But either way, we can leave other things off for later. And I give sort of a sharp look to Big Smart.
He's standing over one of the dead bodies and doing something that would be probably seen as quite rude to do to a dead body.
Why didn't you just wait for them to leave?
After that, I'm
You-
going to
you-
start
you-
pulling the donkey up and hooking him up.
you-
I mean,
These
You said
weak.
there was no fighting in this area.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't you just wait for them to leave?
shaped rock not get angry. These weak weeping owls, they small, they nothing. Look, we killed him easy. Just please don't tell Grabstab. She probably not happy that I start fight here.
Yes, and
He's saying
Well,
that
but-
more. He's saying that more towards the other goblin, but it's still loud enough that you guys could hear it too.
Alright,
Said that, but they got heavily messed up because of this fight you started. How is he going to hide the blood pouring out of him?
I mean, he's scouts. They look after themselves pretty well. They the only ones allowed out in dark. They know how to look after themselves. He knew what he was doing. He ran at them.
And sure enough, the other goblin doesn't look upset or anything that he's hurt. He just looks very injured. He's not angry that he got put into that fight or anything. It was completely of his own accord that he charged headfirst into them.
So I'll look at the, what is it, Big Brain? No, Big Smarts.
Big smart.
Big Smart. I look at Big Smarts and I'm like, bud, next time just hold your fire, eh? Let's not get too hasty next time. Yeah, that would be pretty much wonderful if you could.
They big weak. They're not strong. They're nothing. They shouldn't even be praying to God. God laugh at them. If he existed.
He smiles and walks away. Jake smiles and just walks away.
Alright. Let's put this statue on the wagon.
Yeah. I guess, we back the litter and the donkey up to it, and we try to manhandle it onto the litter, and then try to lash it down to it.
As River and Flask assisting you as much as they can, Flask says,
This ain't no statue.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
It's a guardian. God's the magic types. What are they called? What are they called? Shield guardians. That's it.
Like an aura, kind of.
No,
Protect around it?
it's a kind of golem. It's a non-living construct.
Don't you
So-
need a necklace for that?
Or con-
Apparently, yes. As far as I'm aware, you need some kind of control medium.
like a control rod?
Not usually a rod. No, it's as Roland said, it's usually some form of necklace or pendant.
So it's inert then?
I see no pendant lying around, so I would hope so. It's
So-
not attacking us, so we're obviously not putting it or its master at threat.
So I look at them, the boys, or the team, and like, so they're asking us to bring this back to their village. So which means they know it's a golem, and they must know where the pendant is for it if they want us to bring this back.
Makes sense.
It's
If I
Is
were a
there anything-
goblin... Sorry.
suspicious looking around, like some you could hide some sort of control mechanism for this, or some sort of hidden area.
not that you can see. You notice some bones that aren't laid out the same as the rest. They're not some form of offering, and they're actually far off and underneath a tree. They're almost dust, honestly, and if you went up and tried picking up one of the bones, it would crumble to dust in your hands. It's decades old, but there's no control amulet or any buttons or switches around.
All right, gentlemen, I reckon we start getting this load hauled out. Keep to our word.
I agree. It's interesting, but I mean, I'd rather not have an entire tribe of angry goblins on me as I'm trying to sleep tonight.
Yeah, I agree.
I do believe this thing is something that could be very useful, only if we have the control medium.
Whoa, Roland, and I'm quote unquote not saying you should go poke around in their camp at night time. You know,
Let's not jump to conclusions.
Hint, hint.
Right now, we just got to get this back.
Yeah, all right, agreed. And we start moving.
Well, I think we might call it there for the session then. It'll be a good point to leave it.
Okay.
I know it's a 20 odd minutes earlier than we'd usually aim to wrap up, but I want to go do some shopping.
That's all right.
And yeah, I figured it's the next stretch is just going to be taking this Shield Guardian back
Oh,
for now, so we can deal to that next week. Because it might be quite a trial and tribulation yet. Who knows? You've got some weeping owls to worry about. You've got a river to cross, and not to mention the usual threats of the jungle.
Sorry, weeping owls?
Yeah, I never.
I
didn't catch that.
assume the goblins.
Yeah, it's the other goblin tribe. It's what the Big Smart referred to them as.
Oh, they're not nearly as cool as the biting ants. We made a good
No.
choice.
You got to
Well,
pick
they're
the
cool.
winning side.
Exactly.
You got to pick for a winning side. Here we are. Yeah.
See, I don't pick the winning side. I make the winning side.
You steal from the
All
winning
right,
side.
Fails by. But yeah, that was a good session, guys. If Grim wants to do his wrap up.
Yeah, it was a good one. Got a bit of stuff accomplished. We didn't die, which is always a plus when you're playing D&D. We're
yeah.
mostly on the good
Excellent.
side of a tribe of goblins. You know, whether that's a a good thing or a bad thing in the long run, I guess that remains to be seen. But we're kind of working for them now, stealing, you know, their gods and idols. Which I guess is all in a day's work. So yeah, it's pretty fun and exciting. I think we're gonna... What's that?
Welcome to D&D.
Pretty much. So yeah, I think with that, if you've been watching, thanks for watching. And if you haven't been watching, you should start watching. Although, I don't know how you'll see that message. But either way, I hope you have a great day, great night, great week. And peace out.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Good
All right.
session.
And we are out.
Yes.